Experts predicted 2025 would be the year of grand expansion for Brics, with most fast-growing economies joining the economic alliance. Now it's just the first week of 2025, and Russia has already reported that about 23 countries are standing in line to join Brics, showing interest in becoming full members. In this respect, Indonesia has become the first country to officially become a Brics full member in 2025, igniting a chain reaction. But how did that happen? What benefits will Indonesia, as a new full member, get? And what are those 23 countries joining Brics in 2025? Above all, what about Brics becoming stronger and bigger in its goal of de-dollarization, with Trump threatening to put 100% tariffs? In this video, let's know how Brics is ready to give major shocks to the West in 2025. On January 1st, 2025, Brics began an unprecedented chapter in its history. The bloc, already representing 45% of the world's population and approximately 37% of the global GDP, officially announced expansion in 2025. This responsibility was given to Brazil, which has assumed this year's presidency. Giving the first good news of the year, Brazil admitted Indonesia as its new member, hinting that new members will not only be from Latin America but Asia as well. As Southeast Asia's largest economy and most populous nation, Indonesia's inclusion strengthens Brics's foothold in a region where Western powers, particularly the United States, have historically wielded influence. Therefore, Indonesia's membership signals that Brics is not just an alliance of economic powerhouses, but a platform for nations seeking an independent voice in the global order. But what difference does it make for Brics to accept Indonesia as a new member? Well, Indonesia's decision to join Brics is particularly important given its geopolitical positioning. The country sits at the crossroads of major trade routes and wields significant influence within ASEAN, Association of Southeast Asian Nations. By joining Brics, Indonesia brings a fresh perspective on regional cooperation and adds considerable weight to the bloc's global ambitions. It also signifies a shift in Indonesia's foreign policy toward greater engagement with emerging economies, particularly as the nation seeks to reduce reliance on Western-led institutions. Indonesia's addition also has practical importance. With a GDP of over $1 trillion and a population of nearly 280 million, it adds considerable economic weight to Brics. Its rich natural resources, including energy reserves, minerals, and agricultural products, make it a vital player in global supply chains. Brics' trade network and mechanism will help Indonesia pool its resources and goods, absorbing whatever Indonesia has to offer for yet another phenomenal economic growth era. However, things don't stop at Indonesia only. Beyond Indonesia, Brics has attracted interest from 23 additional countries in 2025, which are Azerbaijan, Bahrain, Bangladesh, Burkina Faso, Cambodia, Chad, Colombia, the Republic of the Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Honduras, Laos, Kuwait, Morocco, Myanmar, Nicaragua, Pakistan, Palestine, Senegal, South Sudan, Sri Lanka, Syria, Venezuela, and Zimbabwe. This wave of applications shows the bloc's growing appeal as a viable alternative to Western-dominated institutions like the IMF, World Bank, and G7. Many of these nations are drawn to Brics's promise of equitable partnerships and its pledge to reduce dependency on the US dollar. The bloc's focus on de-dollarization, which means shifting global trade and financial transactions away from the dollar and toward local currencies, has resonated with countries that have often been at the mercy of dollar-based economic systems. Nations like Venezuela and Nigeria, with their vast oil reserves, see Brics as a platform to assert greater control over their natural resources without the constraints of US sanctions or economic pressure. The interest of these countries also reflects a broader dissatisfaction with the current global order. For decades, the dominance of Western-led financial institutions has left many nations grappling with debt, economic instability, and political interference. Brics, by contrast, offers an inclusive vision of cooperation where sovereignty and mutual respect take precedence. One of the primary drivers of Brics's growing influence is its push for de-dollarization. For decades, the US dollar has served as the medium used for global trade and finance. giving the United States immense leverage over international economic systems. Here's a reminder to please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Africa's geopolitics, economy, and changing landscape. Let's continue now. Since the US dollar was used, the US could put sanctions on any country it wanted, freezing all its assets. Not only that, but because every country wanted dollars, the US could print more without facing the threat of currency devaluation. It knew the world would absorb whatever amount of dollars were printed. However, Brics wants to challenge this status quo by promoting the use of local currencies in trade and financial transactions among its members. In this respect, Indonesia's inclusion supports this mission significantly. As a major exporter of energy and natural resources, Indonesia could play a key role in facilitating trade within Brics, using non-dollar currencies. Russia can fulfill Indonesia's energy demands, ensuring a win-win approach among Brics members. Russia will be able to earn more revenues while Indonesia will get energy at discounted prices, besides strengthening its own currency if it pays in local currency. Even bilateral trade between Indonesia and China could be conducted in yuan and rupiah, bypassing the dollar entirely. This shift not only reduces exposure to currency volatility, but also shields Brics nations from the impact of US-imposed sanctions. But will Brics accept all countries applying for membership? Well, as of now, Brics has got the power to pick who it wants as new members. This strategy will ensure that only those countries are made members whose interests are mutual with the Brics. Hence, while the interest of 23 countries shows Brics' appeal, the bloc is taking a measured approach to expansion. Russian officials, including Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, have pointed toward gradual, harmonized, and accurate steps in admitting new members. This careful approach shows an understanding that uncontrolled expansion could dilute the bloc's strategic focus and make it ineffective. Instead, Brics is adopting a selective approach, choosing members based on their economic strength, regional influence, and alignment with the bloc's goals. For instance, resource-rich nations like Venezuela and Nigeria could enhance Brics' energy security, while strategically located countries like Pakistan and Morocco could expand their geopolitical reach. This cherry-picking strategy ensures that new members bring tangible value to the alliance, strengthening its ability to achieve its objectives. This approach also allows Brics to maintain its cohesion. By carefully selecting members who align with its vision, the bloc can avoid becoming a bulky coalition with conflicting priorities. This is particularly important as Brics seeks to position itself as a cohesive force capable of challenging Western-dominated institutions and shaping the global order. Here, Brazil's presidency becomes important, offering a transformative opportunity for both the bloc and Latin America, a region long dominated by US influence. Brazil, as the largest economy in Latin America and a founding Brics member, is uniquely positioned to bridge the gap between Brics and its regional neighbors. This moment is more than symbolic. It's a strategic pivot toward deeper economic and geopolitical ties with a resource-rich region destined to challenge US dominance. Latin America's immense natural resources are central to its value for Brics. Countries like Venezuela, Argentina, Chile, and Bolivia hold key commodities like oil, lithium, copper, and agricultural products. Venezuela's vast oil reserves, for example, could integrate into Brics' de-dollarization efforts, enabling trade outside the US dollar system. Similarly, Chile and Bolivia, with their world-leading lithium reserves, could strengthen Brics' renewable energy dominance. Argentina's agricultural and energy wealth further complements the bloc's goals of reducing dependency on Western supply chains. This potential expansion also carries geopolitical weight. For decades, Latin America has been considered the backyard of the United States, subjected to political and economic interventions that often prioritized US interests. Brics offers an alternative model of cooperation based on mutual respect and equitable trade, appealing to Latin American nations seeking greater sovereignty. By joining Brics, these countries gain access to new markets, investment opportunities, and financing from institutions like the New Development Bank, free from the political strings often attached to Western loans. Strategically, Latin America's geographic position, with access to both the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, enhances Brics' trade routes. Strengthened ties could lead to new corridors linking South America with Africa, Asia, and beyond, bypassing Western-dominated routes. This connectivity aligns with Brics' broader vision of creating a multipolar world order, reducing reliance on traditional trade partners and promoting economic growth. Therefore, Brics expansion won't stop at Indonesia or 23 members. Rather, the shoots will reach Latin America, Asia, and Africa, bringing in more countries. What do you think? Should Brics accept all countries coming for membership? Or should it cherry-pick and be careful while deciding which countries should be made members? In the comment section right below, let us know what you think Brics will achieve in 2025. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We have decided to bring videos on something nobody talks about: African politics, economy, and increasing power. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.
Tell us what you think in the comment section. Like and share the video, and subscribe so that you don't miss any of our African videos. It's the best way to support us.